Monster Hunter World features 14 different weapon types, with the sword and shield being one of them. In this guide, we'll take a look at exactly how to use this weapon to its fullest, as well as show you some things you may not know about it. If you are new to the game or are a bit overwhelmed by the weapon types and their movesets, then I strongly recommend the sword and shield until you get a bit of practice under your belt. It has a relatively small amount of moves which don't take long to learn, and allows for the use of items without sheathing your weapon, which no other weapon does. The sword and shield also has an extremely fast attack speed, allowing you to roll out of combos or block if you have made a mistake and got too aggressive, giving new players some leeway while they learn. To begin, we'll start with the sword and shield moveset. Triangle can be chained in succession to pull off your basic slashing combo, and you can also perform a variant of this combo if you press circle instead of triangle. If you move forward while pressing circle, you'll change your combo into a shield bash chain that does blunt damage. If mid-combo you press back in circle, you will jump backward, allowing you to then charge forward with a rising slash. If when you press back in circle you hold circle, you'll do a charging attack that launches you into the air if it connects, and you won't be launched into the air if it doesn't connect. While in the air, you can either hit triangle to do a slashing attack that has a chance to mount the monster, or you can press circle that does a falling shield attack which can drain stamina or stun, but not mount. Remember, cut damage is good for severing tails of the monsters, while blunt damage is good for reducing the monster's stamina or stunning them if you hit them in the head. If Monster Hunter World follows the trends of previous games, sword and shield users can focus their efforts on efficient elemental damage builds that target the hunted monster's weakness. The rapid attack speed of the weapon is excellent for inflicting status ailments. When using sword and shield, you can also do an environment-based attack that varies based on the terrain you are on by pressing circle and triangle simultaneously. These attacks do different things, ranging from leaping at monsters, allowing you to mount them, to sliding underneath them, and is something you'll have to play around with to fully master. R2 is block, which can prevent a modest amount of damage when compared with the switch axe or lance, and you can attack with triangle while you are blocking. The sword and shield is the only weapon in the game that allows you to use items from your inventory without sheathing it. Players can use any item in their inventory simply by holding R2 and pressing square. The sword and shield also allows the player to fire the slinger without sheathing, and again is the only weapon that can do this. Learning to use your charging slash effectively is one of the keys to successfully playing this weapon. Learning how to pull off this attack smoothly mid-combo and getting used to its timing are paramount. Also, being able to recognize if you should attempt to mount the monster mid-air or go for the falling bash will set you apart from other sword and shield users. Determining when to block and when to evade with this weapon is also important and will help distinguish you from other players using this setup. Part of it is simply learning the moveset of the monster you're fighting, and the other part is knowing the limits of the shield. Take some time and practice blocking and get a feel for how it works, because you do have to aim it and test what you can block and what you can't versus various monsters. One of the downsides to this weapon is that sharpness may decay faster than others because of the high attack speed. Be sure to keep an eye on your sharpness gauge and use a whetstone when needed. Lastly, as mentioned above, you can do both cut and blunt damage with this weapon, so watch the damage numbers you are seeing on enemies and do the combo and attacks that deal the highest damage. This will maximize effectiveness to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck. Be sure to check out other weapon and Monster Hunter guides for all your needs, and if you have specific questions, be sure to check out the Monster Hunter Wiki. Good luck, hunters. May the furs be with you.